Welcome to Columbus, Ohio, and the venerable Horseshoe, home of the Ohio State Buckeyes, a place that's home to such legendary names as Archie, Woody, Zeke, and Stroud. And boy, do we have a fun one ahead. Top 10 team, target on their back, going on their road and right into the snake pit. As we'll see the number 2 team in the country, the New Mexico Lobos, taking on the 21st ranked team in the land, the Ohio State Buckeyes. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack, and Jesse Palmer with me. Guys, it's time to get it going. The Buckeyes will put toe to leather and will get started. And they thought about a return, then thought better of it. They'll bring it out to the 25. So New Mexico's offense will take the first swing of the game. And as the game evolves into an aerial circus, sometimes you find a superstar running back like this guy.
And when you got this guy, you ride this guy. You give him the ball, you run the football, you find ways to continue to feed him because he just gets stronger and better as the game goes on.
And he slid through that attempt, and he's got room. And they drag him down, but not before he picks up the first down. And the Lobos headed quickly to the line. They'll give it to him again.
I'll tell you what, you want to quiet this crowd down. You want to do something demoralizing to your opponent. Establish the run game early.
When you reach this point in the season, these types of games, top 25 matchups, really determine whether you're going to be a contender.
Yeah, and really show what you're going to be the rest of the season. How are you going to finish strong throughout the season? At the first part of the season, now getting to the middle of the season, Palmer, get a chance to show what you're about so you can finish strong.
It's a resume builder, no doubt about it. And really, there's been so much anticipation building up to this top 25 matchup. So which team can control their emotions, I think there's a long way in who wins this one.
The Lobos will punt it away on 4th down. Gets the first one of the day out of there. He ought to be fresh. They only used him twice in that victory last week. The Buckeyes offense will go to work for the first time. As we take a look at our impact players for this one, what are you looking for, Jesse, for a guy to make an impact?
Well, these are simply put the leaders of this football team, and generally games go how these guys play. If they make plays, then they've got a shot to win this one.
No doubt, they got to show up. These are the team leaders. These guys have to play well if they're going to win the football game.
From the gun, leaves it on the inside with the back. Delivers to contact. He's run out of bounds, but a big play on that one, and it'll be a first down.
Defense is going to have their hands full trying to stop this guy. They better rally to the football and get multiple hats because he is not easy to bring down.
Coming after it. And that pressure just engulfed him. A sack for this defense.
And that is priority number 1 for defenses. Get to the quarterback. Affect him. Get hits on him. They do it right here. Get their first sack of the game. Last game, by the way, last time out, they had 5. Let's see what this defense can continue to do.
After the big first down sack for the D, it's 2nd down. He's looking to throw. Grabbed behind the line. It's Kane. They make the stop, but not before he takes a chunk out of what they need to move the sticks. Running backs just have to be a weapon in the passing game, even for little dump-offs and checkdowns.
Yeah, find your matchups. I mean, you think about running back versus a linebacker. We like that matchup in space, and so find ways to get the football to your running back in space where you can break tackle.
And the defense gets to the quarterback.
And that is how you silence this raucous crowd. Defensively on the road. First drive of the game, setting the tone, getting a huge sack on 3rd down.
The Buckeyes line up to punt it away. He's going to try to flip the field with this one. On the move, looking for a little sliver of hope. Everybody stays in their lanes well enough, and they stop him at the 31-yard line. Now New Mexico will go back to work on offense. First play of this drive will start from the 31-yard line. Running back searching for a hole. Finds enough room to get 3 out to the 34.
Yeah, and the running back didn't get much here, but, you know, you clearly want to always establish the tempo, run the football, be consistent, make that defense physically meet the challenge.
And we've been waiting to see the spin move, and so too had the defense. They were ready for it. Offense breaks the huddle on 3rd down. Back to pass, it's Vargas. Quickly complete. And boy, is he closer. Maybe. The bench is short. And the Lobos will try to pin them back with the punt. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. Fields the punt. Wants to make a play. Looking everywhere for room to run, but really good coverage, and he'll step out of bounds. Here comes the Ohio State offense onto the field. Going up top on 1st down. And he's all bottled up, and now it's worse. The ball's loose. Defense covering it up and not letting the offense get it back.
It's raining in this game. It's making the football slick and slippery. You know ball security is going to be a massive issue. Both coaching staffs have preached about that to their teams in the locker rooms before taking the field. And these guys really need to do a better job of holding on to the football.
And he goes out of bounds after coming up with positive yardage there. It'll be 2nd down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. He'll keep it himself. Nowhere to run on that when he loses.
Just nothing doing on that last run, and they knew coming into this one they were going to be challenged, right? This is one of the best defenses in all of college football. For them to have any shot, they're going to have to do a lot better running the football.
Pulls and fires complete. Touchdown, New Mexico! Made the snag and strolled his way into the end zone.
One of the reasons this offense is so...
Forget the kick, he's going to throw it. He makes the catch in the end zone, and that trickery works to perfection for the 2. About to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. From inside his own 10, let's see what he gets. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. The Buckeyes roll that offense back out there. As it turns out, the fumble on that last drive set up the touchdown, David.
And there's no bigger stat in football than turnovers. You turn the football over, they turn it into points. Jesse, that is not a recipe for success.
Good news, though, they get another chance, right? They can make amends with this drive right here. That's all that's important. You've got to execute, you've got to lock in.
One of the great programs in the history of the sport, sort of built on the running game, but these days, Ohio's... And here's a fumble way behind the line. Oh, it looks as if the defense got it.
You know, as quarterbacks, you've got to be good in the pocket. Even when things are collapsing and you've got guys swiping at it, you've got to have two hands on the football. Didn't do a really good job with ball security there, and that led to the fumble.
Offense in an empty set. They're going to throw it to start the drive. Got it behind the line. It's Humphries.
Yeah, and you see running backs in today's football, they play a wide receiver basically for you, but you got to find a guy that you can throw it to, and you know he's going to catch the ball consistently.
They'll line up for a second down play. Dropping back, it's Vargas. And that's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact on the play, but no flags. It'll be third down.
It seemed like there may have been a miscommunication there between the QB and receiver, just not on the same page.
In the gun and looking to throw on third down. Finds his man down the middle. Just outside the red zone as they pick up the first down. They'll spot it at the 22. The Lobos come to the line with a fresh set of downs. The give to the left side.
Listen, you got to be able to know what play to call and what hole to go through. Like the line blocks for a certain hole. Good job getting through the hole, getting what was blocked, getting a nice positive gain, making your situation really good on the next down.
Caught near the sticks. It's Humphries. Makes the grab, and it's enough for the first down before he's dragged to the ground. And the Lobos are marching down the field. They'll dial up the run on first and goal. He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3.
And this offense knew coming into the game, when they get to the red zone, it's going to be tough sledding because it's hard to run, especially against this physical defense. They're one of the top 5 defenses stopping the run, and you know what this...
And he'll finish the run and the end zone. Touchdown, Lobos! No midseason concentration laps here in Week 7 as they push out that lead. And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
Gentlemen, it has gone final in that top 25 matchup we've been keeping a close eye on. Georgia State took care of business today. I think their coach had their attention all week. And the end result was a focused group of Panthers that fired on all cylinders. A top 25 clash and an impressive showing that could be a huge confidence builder for this program. Back to you.
And Kevin Connors keeping an eye on everything all over the country. Sounds like they had a good one there. He's right on target. They make the stop, but this passing game does some damage, and they move the sticks with the first down.
Really nice throw there to get the first down. And, you know, when you think about Ohio State quarterback play, especially here recently, it all comes down to efficiency. You have to make good decisions. You got to read the defense. You got to be accurate. When you think of guys like Justin Fields, C.J. Stroud, guys who went in the first round, that's what they did. And this guy right here, I think he has the ability to be a first-rounder in the future.
On second down, wants to throw. It's complete to the left. Didn't pick up a lot there, moved it forward just a few. They were able to make the completion, but he had to pick his way for just a little bit. Needed a little more help to spring him for some yardage.
Yeah, if you're going to have success when you throw it outside like that, you're going to need some more blocking and better blocking downfield. Give the defense credit, though. They were able to rally and made a tackle.
How about these two running games so far? Dominance on the ground as we look at the first quarter stats. Now the challenge here, they've taken a punch, but they can't let it get out of hand as we start the second. Now facing a third down as they come back to the line after the break. From the gun, wants to pass. Gets away. No fear from this freshman quarterback as he picks up the first down himself.
Well, it's a great individual effort by him, but boy, oh boy, it came at a cost. He was able to go out and get some positive yards and make something happen for his offense. But did you see the hit he just took? I don't know if he can take too many more of those.
I like feeding my guy. I like getting my running back touches, feeding the ball so he can break some of those big runs. But I'm also okay with these little ones. Set the tone, stay balanced.
Wide receiver shows motion. Wants to throw on second down. Pulls it in. It's Kane. Just what they were looking for, and he's got him set up in business at the 35 with a first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. They'll keep it on the ground. They get him down, but he does pick up 3 to the 32-yard line.
And that's a really nice play. It's impressive. Once first down, the defense thinks you might be running the football. You still can line up. You can get some movement at the point of attack and find a little crease for your running back.
He wants to pass it on second down. Can't find a man, and he'll be knocked down at the 40.
He has been terrorizing quarterbacks all year long. That now his 10th sack of the season. He's got speed. He's got power. He's going to play on Sundays, and he is not cooperating with this offense's game plan.
Just had to get rid of that one to save the yardage on third down. And the Buckeyes will call on their punt team. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. How about this? It's out of bounds inside the 10, and they're going to mark it right around the 5-yard line. What a great job there. Defense has them pinned back, and listen to this crowd roar. Looking downfield, it's Vargas. Not much of a chance there. He just had to get rid of it to avoid the sack. They've got them pinned deep in their own end, and this crowd trying to help keep them there. He's looking for a man on second down. And this is dropped. Incomplete pass. He had a huge gain in his fingers, and he couldn't hold on.
And the offense clearly saying, we want to take those deep shots. We want to be aggressive. And I think that's a good strategy because it makes the defense really honor what you're going to do. And just missed a little bit, but I wouldn't be surprised if this offense finds a way to come back to some of those deep ones.
That's why it's so important for this defense to win first and second down. You set up third and longs like that, you can show your exotic looks, you can get the pass rush going, everybody on the back end expecting throw, and that's how you force incompletions and force fourth downs.
Here comes the Ohio State offense onto the field. After a punt on their last possession, they are set up in plus territory this time. And he can't escape, and down he goes.
This quarterback is thinking to himself, I need to get an NIL deal at some restaurant so I can take my offensive line out and feed them more, because I don't think they like me very much right now. I've been sacked 6 times in this game. It's time to get that new NIL deal paycheck.
Wants to fire on second down. Got his man in the middle. They bring him down, but a solid pickup to put them in position to pick up a first down.
This quarterback right now is in a groove, and he's doing a nice job in pre-snap. He's reading the coverage, and he's getting an idea of where he wants to go with the football. That's why the ball's coming out of his hands so quickly. That's why he seems like he's in a great rhythm right now.
And the quarterback is snowed under.
The defense has been so dominant up front. You've seen it in these passing situations. That now the 7th sack of the game.
Fourth down, and the punt team sends it the other way. Excellent coverage that time. Didn't get... To set up a big return. We will get another look at this New Mexico offense. They missed an opportunity to extend this lead the last time they had it, Jesse.
Yeah, they got to be able to regain that momentum, right? Go back to what was working earlier on in this one. And David, to me, that starts with being the more physical team.
No, I definitely agree. Being the more physical team, but understanding the situation of the game. You're still winning. You got the football back. Now put a nice drive together and execute.
And it's incomplete, but the penalty flag has fallen in the holding zone. Let's see what the call is. Holding penalties, the ultimate drive killer. We'll see if it costs this offense here. Line getting set on second down. To the air, it's Vargas. Takes the easy completion. They make the stop, but not before he takes a chunk out of what they need to move the sticks.
One of the things you love about this running back is not only can he run between the tackles, but he's also a weapon in this offense catching the football.
Decibels rising as the crowd gets behind this defense on third down. From the gun, wants to pass. Back open in the middle. And he couldn't quite get to the marker, and that's going to bring up a fourth down. The offense in its own end, still needing a couple of yards for the first down, but they'll stay out there and go for it on fourth. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Makes the catch past the sticks. And he's tripped up, but not before picking up the first down. The Lobos come to the line with a new set of downs. Comes out throwing on first down. Fires to the wideout. And it's intercepted. A turnover for the defense. That kind of play can really get it going. Defense with a great field. At the 37. Buckeyes roll that offense back out there. They had to punt it away on their last possession, but man, what great field position this time.
I mean, this is awesome. Like, last possession didn't go great. Now you're set up in an opportunity to get some points. Start thinking about what plays I like, Jesse, as I cross the tape.
There are a lot of offensive coordinators out there, David, and in this position, they like to take a shot right away and try and capitalize on this field position.
Fires downfield. And they're not on the same page there.
And when you're a quarterback, man, I know wide receivers are great athletes and they're supposed to catch everything that gets near them, but when you don't put it right on the center, when they're running a lot of times, it just makes it a little bit more difficult. And I think he did that a little bit too much for his wide receiver right there.
The Buckeyes get it past the sticks. Now on 1st and 10 from the 26. Use the play fake, now to throw. How about that play to get a hand in there and force the incompletion? After the misconnection, it's second down. He's looking to throw. Quick strike complete. They make the stop, but not before they do their work up top and pick up a first down. We've reached the 2-minute warning, and this thing has been one-sided, and they hope to at least have something to feel good about going into halftime. They keep attacking through the air. He's got it on the run. And he'll make his way out of bounds after the solid pickup.
My old coach said you'll never go broke taking a profit. Take what's there, take the positive yards, and never complain.
Going to work on second down, and the red zone is still some ground to cover to pick up that first down. Motion trying to get the defense to show his hand. Gets it to the back. That throw and catch gets them down to the 6, and the defense is running out of answers. You know, sometimes even a short game like that can be used to set up something bigger later on.
No doubt, Reese, they can pump that and take a shot down the field. And don't worry, they're going to go back to that same play.
And they get to the quarterback and knock him down back at the 16. The defense going to stop the clock with a timeout. They want to make sure they have everybody on the same page. They'll try to get something out of this drive and kick the field goal here on fourth down. He got it. We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
All right, guys, want to update you on a game that went final moments ago. Washington State ran roughshod over the competition en route to a double-digit victory, and they looked clean doing it. And I don't just mean in those unis. This team is a buttoned-up group. 60 minutes of football and a convincing outcome, and certainly a game with implications far beyond just the standings, fellas.
Yeah, how about that? Sounds as if they had a good ball game there, Kevin. Thanks for the update. And the tackle is made, but not before that completion gets them 30-plus. From the gun, running back gets the give. He's there to make the stop.
And nowhere to run on that play at all.
About all you can say is do better. But that's the problem. Are they able to do better?
And that's why you keep trying things, right? Keep trying to get on the perimeter, run up the middle, try different things to see what you do.
Missed opportunity on offense. QB and receiver just not on the same page there.
Better find the earplugs. Here comes the noise, backing this defense on third down. Back to throw, it's Vargas. Almost intercepted. It'll fall incomplete. The defense almost came up with a turnover. And the Lobos decide to punt it away. A little trickeration looking to throw. And they pull it off. He's got it for the first down.
That gets the juices going. That gets everybody excited. You work on these fake punts all the time, but you don't call them all the time. But the coach saw something, executed it perfectly, called it at the right time, and got a shot in the arm, get some energy, snap it to the up back.
And the pass hits, picked off. Looking for more room. The 30. He's at the 10. And he's going to run it all the way.
Roaming the middle of the field, you can see just reading the quarterback's eyes. And how about the break on the football, taking a great angle to pick it off and then do some damage and make the big play for this defense to score some points.
Get that touchdown right before the half, build the momentum, and the last thing you need to do is mess it up by allowing a big kickoff return. Catches it inside his 20, chance to really gain some ground. We played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update. The Lobos will kick it off to start the second half. From inside his own 10, he'll try to help out their field position. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. Here comes the Ohio State offense onto the field. Maybe adjustments or attitude adjustments, but they've got to find a way to run the ball at least some here in the second half.
I do think you said something that's important. I think running the football is an attitude. Like, it starts with the offensive lineman being physical, having a nasty attitude. Running back, same thing. I think they need more of that in the second half.
You know, and I think then if you're this defense, you have an opportunity to make a statement here. Yeah, I know you guys went in at halftime and you riled yourselves up and you told yourself that you think you can run the ball on us. On this very first drive, we're going to prove to you, just like in the first 30 minutes, you cannot.
After picking up a couple at 2nd and 8. Looking for a crease to the left. Fighting off the defender. And the 45 on his way. Finally run out of bounds, but he has this offense rolling with a first down.
I'll tell you, the defense is going to have to do a much better job containing these outside run plays. They better be able to funnel the football back to the middle of the field, because this guy with his speed can kill you like he did on that outside run play there to the left.
They'll try to overcome that last play on 2nd and 15. From the gun, the running back has it. They bring him down, but a solid pickup to put them in position to...
Listen, defense is about energy. It's about passion. It's about physicality. They need a little bit more of that. Get the guy in the ground. You can't let guys break tackles. What could have been set up in a long yardage situation now becomes an easier situation because you couldn't get him on the ground.
He's brought down, but not before they pick up the big first down. The Buckeyes come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Softened him up with a run. Now to throw. Receiver looks it in. It's complete. And they'll finally get him down after a terrific pickup. It's first down from the 11. On the run, it's Cade. Oh, the sweet feet. Gets it into the end zone, but there's a flag down. We'll see if this one is coming back. They say you could call holding on every play. Well, they did on that one. Offense about to reel off its 7th play of the drive. Wide receiver coming across in motion. The snap sets up the throw. Got his man. They'll mark him down at the 2. The excellent execution on that throw and catch. 2nd down coming up on this red zone opportunity. Hand off from the shotgun. Touchdown Buckeyes! And with that, they've got the lead here in the second half. Now that's the way to bail out the rest of the team. Start with bad field position, put together a drive anyway.
And very confident. You could see the quarterback just had a bit of a swagger, Reese. He was like, look, all right, we're starting deep in our own end. Special teams didn't help us out, but we can fix that right now, fellas. And they went out and looked so good on that last drive.
Lining up to cover the kick after that touchdown drive. On the move from inside his 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. Let's see what the Lobos offense has in store. This thing has sort of gotten away the last couple of possessions. They've been a little too generous, David.
Yeah, like a non-profit, man, like a charity, giving the football away too much. Got to take care of the football, Jesse. Otherwise, you've got no shot to win this football game.
You're right, man. At this level of college football, it doesn't matter how talented you are. It doesn't matter who you're playing. If you're sloppy and you put the football on the ground or you throw picks, you're going to find yourself behind on the scoreboard.
Finds his way ahead for 3 out to the 27-yard line. Fairly manageable distance here on 3rd down from the 27. They'll try to bully their way for the first. And the Lobos get it past the sticks.
Well, there we go. We finally see some life in this offense running the football. Nice game to pick up the first down. Got to get more of that going moving forward because they have not run it well.
The RPO, it's complete. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down marker. Dropping back, it's Vargas. Didn't have much of a choice there but to get rid of it. Here comes this home crowd as the defense tries to get off the field on third down. From the gun, wants to pass. And he throws another interception, his third one of the night. And with the interception, he'll take it all the way back. The DB saw it. He thought, don't drop it, then thought, don't get caught, and he didn't. The pick six.
These guys can play offense, too. Look at this. I show you I can be a wide receiver. Coach might split him out a wide receiver next week after making that big play, but defense, great job making the interception, and you're right, doing something with it. Don't just slide down. Don't be content. Take that thing all the way back.
Let's see what the Lobos offense has dialed up this time. It's a good thing to be charitable, Jesse, but I think the last couple of drives might be overdoing it a bit.
I agree, and I think at this point, David, the quarterback here, he's got to be a CEO. He's got to really get his guys settled down. A couple turnovers in a row now. They've got to find a run.
CEO, a.k.a. don't screw it up, young man. That's what it sounds like on the sidelines with the coaches. You got to stop turning the football over.
Dragged down to the turf, but not before getting the first down. Leaves it with the running back. Not a whole lot of room there. 3 yards maybe. 2nd and 7. The Lobos racing to the line in the hurry-up. On 2nd down, they'll take to the air. The short hands, it's Humphries. Nice pitch and catch there, and they'll have enough for the first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs.
And a great job by the QB, finding the running back, getting the football where he can do some damage after the catch, and most importantly, get the first down.
To the ground with the back. Really nice stop there from this senior leader. Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Scanning the field, it's Vargas. Pocket starts to collapse. And he got smacked just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
And finally, the defense is able to get some pressure on this quarterback. They have been trying all game long different ways to affect him. Weren't able to get there. But on that play, because of the pressure, it affected his accuracy. That's why the ball falls incomplete.
They make the stop, but the sweet throw and catch is plenty to give him a first down. And the Lobos come to the line with a new set of downs.
Well, look, that wasn't a touchdown, but that was a massive play for this offense. They needed some momentum. They needed to find a rhythm, and what better way than converting on 3rd down. Awesome job by the quarterback getting through his progression.
On 2nd down, looking to throw. Quarterback feeling the pressure, and down he goes at the 22. Decibels rising as the crowd gets behind this defense on 3rd down. From the gun, wants to pass. Going for it all. Throw into the end zone, and it's picked off.
That's how you got to give the defense credit, though, because with these conditions, it's not easy to catch for the offensive players. Certainly not for the defense, but great eye-hand coordination securing that interception.
The Buckeyes roll that offense back out there. They'll run the RPO and fire to the right. And he'll step across the sidelines after making a good gain on that one. And now on 2nd down for this offense. Wide receiver now comes in motion. He's back to throw on 2nd down. And the ball is intercepted. Touchdown, New Mexico! The defense puts 6 on the board with a big-time interception return.
I'll tell you what, as a DB, you're lucky if you get 1 pick six in your entire football life. This guy had one last game. He's got one this game. quarterbacks are going to stop throwing his way.
He gets into the end zone, and the two-point conversion ties the game.
How about that for a momentum swing? Your defense gets the pick six, offense comes right back on the field, and they get the two-point conversion.
Here's the return from inside his 10. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. Here comes the Ohio State offense onto the field. They'll ride the running back and leave it with him. They knock him down after a gain of 3 to the 23.
It's just so nice to know you can start off on first down with positive plays. Positive yards, hand the football off, set up a good second down.
Fast motion from the offense. The give on the inside. That one could really put this drive into high gear as they have a... Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Leaves it with the back. Defense makes the tackle, and that will probably be the final play of the third quarter. They fought tooth and nail through 3, and it is all locked up as we take a look at the stats. Second down now as they're ready to go back to work. Out of the gun, the inside handoff, looking for a crease. Pretty good effort on that one to work his way up to the 42.
Hey, 5 to 6 yards a pop. I don't know if you guys are really good at math, but that usually equals a first down every couple carries. So don't forget about the run game. Keep them honest, pound that rock.
He's moving out of the pocket. He is brought down, but man, what a job to find some running room and move the chains. And the Buckeyes are moving quickly down the field. From the gun, running back on the move. At the 40, there he goes. And they got the defense on that one, and they get it to the 29-yard line. The Buckeyes are in the hurry-up.
What a run, man. I tell you what, it's hard to pop runs. It's hard to get 3, 4, 5, 6 yards a lot of times. But when you've got backs like this who can make huge plays with the speed, getting out in the open field. Distance on every play, defenses are scared out of their mind.
The corners are walked up tight. On the move. Relentless, tough running gets it down to the 4.
Well, I don't know what the quarterback saw in that last play, but he made a pretty quick decision that he was just going to tuck it and run it, and his offensive coordinator is glad he did. How about this speed?
Touchdown, Buckeyes! And they grab the advantage, taking the lead here in the 4th.
Wow, this offense, they have a lot of faith in this running back. Knowing if they get down in this area of the field, he can get it done and he can answer the bell. 2 rushing touchdowns already for this offense.
And he did make that extra point, no issue with the treacherous footing. About to kick it off after punching it in for the touchdown. From inside the 15, here comes the return. Now New Mexico will go back to work on offense. One of the most valuable things a quarterback can have, David, short-term memory. Just forget that last pick.
You're dang right. Clear the mechanism. It's over, move it behind. Some players can't do that real well, and it leads to more mistakes, Jesse. You got to just forget about it and move on.
And I think the coaching staff can help him too, David. I think you can get the running game going here and also give him some easy throws.
And the pressure was too much. They get him at the 15.
Oh, that's a missed opportunity. You know the quarterback was excited. He saw man coverage. He thought he was going to have an opportunity to come up with a big play, but up front they could not protect him well enough.
Blasted as he lets it go. A hit as he threw it and couldn't deliver the football. It's incomplete and fourth down's coming. The Lobos will punt this one away. You may keep that punt rush honest after completing a pass earlier. Fourth down, and the punt team sends it the other way. And the coverage team able to wrestle him down. The Buckeyes roll that offense back out there. That running game was impressive, taking them right down for a touchdown last time, David.
Yeah, just mauling. No secret play calls, just simply we are more physical than you, and we're pounding the football right at you.
So if you're on offense this next drive, take a look at their safeties and see if they're creeping up into the box. Because of your success running the football, this might be time to take a shot down the field and play action.
Finds the tight end. And he'll run across the sidelines after the good game. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. The officials move it 5 yards back, and it's 1st and 15 for this offense. Quarterback on the keeper. And a good, solid pickup before the defense.
That is a big hit, and that's a hit that I'm going, listen, if I'm the OC, I'm the head coach, I don't want to take many of those. I want to run the RPOs, and I want to run my quarterback.
And the defense will corral the quarterback, and down he goes at midfield. Just a great job defensively, making him go through his progressions, and he really didn't have time to do it.
And that's exactly what you do in zone coverage. You drop in your spots, you read the quarterback's eyes, make sure you take away that quick stuff, and a great job rushing the passer and getting the sack.
This is a point where you just got to be able to focus. And the critical down and distances in this game, like that third down right there, when it's a good throw, you got to make the catch. You've got to be able to make that play.
Make sure that there's not going to be a return on this one. Ball's out of bounds, and I think they'll mark it right around the 25. We will get another look at this New Mexico offense. Looking for a productive play on first down. They'll run it out of the shotgun. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple.
And it's been a struggle for the run game for this offense. Man, this is something they hang their hat on. You saw last week, you saw the highlights, and just give it to the running back. Let him do his thing. Haven't been able to get him going. I don't know what's going on, but they got to find a way to get their talented back some space so he can make some plays.
Fires on the move. Nice defensive play. There, knock it away.
Well, that one gets tipped and falls incomplete. That's been the best news on the day for this QB, man. As a former quarterback that's done this before, I can tell you, when you throw 4 picks in a game like this guy has, you never forget.
On third and long, he has to throw for it. Oh, they really could have used that catch there. Physical pass defense. It brings up a fourth down. And the Lobos will line up to punt it away. They've been busy out there to punt for the... But they're cornering the market on fakes. Here comes another one. Oh, he dropped it, and that one will drop. You spend all of that time setting it up, it works, and he just flat dropped it. Couldn't order better field position for this offense. Wasting no time throwing on this drive. Time running out, and he goes down at the 34.
And that's not how you want to start a drive. On the very first play, you give up a sack and you lose a ton of yards. Quarterback, you've got to know, just throw the ball away, know when the play is over.
Just a short pass to the tight end. And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few. And guys, they really need to take advantage of this field position on third and long. He's looking downfield to throw. Couldn't find a man and just had to throw it away to avoid a negative play. The Buckeyes send out the punt unit. 3 and out, they got stuck in reverse. They hope the punt can bail them out. Another punt on the way. Got to make sure those hammies and glutes all activated. Don't want any muscle pulls from overuse. Let's see what the Lobos offense has in store. Line gets set, first down. Motion from the offense. Quarterback flips it ahead quickly to the receiver. And I think they'll give him 2 on that one, 2nd and 8 coming up.
And these little touch passes, man, they're just the easiest completions ever for quarterbacks. Palmer, I bet you would have loved being able to just flip it forward. That counts as to your completion percentage, which is good. And then it's all right after the catch, so pretty easy for a QB.
You wouldn't have been the only All-American in this booth, David, if I were allowed to have push passes when I was playing quarterback. I'll tell you that. It is so hard to defend. It's so hard to seal that edge, especially when this guy's full speed ahead coming around the inside.
The Lobos come to the line in the hurry-up. Quickly out to the tight end. That's a really good tackle there, giving up some size and still making the play.
I'll tell you, I love the play call on first down here. You're just trying to find an easy completion, and the shortest throw on the field for a quarterback is finding your biggest target, and that's the tight end. Nice job.
And the Lobos are moving quickly down the field. These routes have some reads and adaptability built in, and the big fella found that cushion and made the play.
Man, it's so awesome how much offenses have evolved. They know exactly what they're getting, where to sit down, quarterback, tight end, on the same page, gets the first down.
We have reached the 2-minute warning, and time... since if this offense is going to make a play. In search of that tying touchdown. They've moved the chains a couple of times. It's 1st and 10 again. Looking for space. It's Humphries. We'll give him a couple on that one. 2nd and 8 coming up. Everybody has to be set. They have to get it off. Back to the ground game on the left. A strong tackle and wrap up from the junior. These fans stepping up to help this defense on 3rd down. To throw, it's Vargas. And this is going to be incomplete on 3rd.
I know they've got all their timeouts left, but it feels like this is the ball game right here. 4th down, the quarterback's got to do something special, knowing that they need a touchdown here to win.
It's a 1-score game late, and they've got to go for it on 4th down. Desperate to convert, and he'll throw it. The sweet feet buy a little time.
Well, that play never had a chance. On 4th down, they're trying to catch the defense off guard, throwing for it, but no protection. Quarterback didn't have an opportunity to step up and get rid of that football. Give the defense credit, man. Tremendous aggression there on 4th.
And the defense makes the stop after a minimal gain. Quick timeout called by the defense, stopping the clock to save as much time as possible for their offense. The handoff, keep working on that clock. Timeout called there by the defense, desperate to get the ball back and save as much time as possible.
I like this guy as a running back because he can run between the tackles and he can also go outside. He can really do it all.
3rd and short, coming from the 34. You wonder if this is 4-down territory. They'll try to pick it up on the ground. And there were some collisions in there, and the D finally stops him short of the marker. Defense uses a timeout quickly, trying to get that ball back and preserve time for their offense. They have the lead in a one-possession game, but they're thinking deliver the knockout blow. But this carries big-time risk on fourth down. They get him on the ground, but it's a...
How about that? You got the lead late in the game. Get some first downs. Salt this clock away. This is the exact position you want your offense in.
Imposing their will, right, David? I mean, we know we're running it. You know we're going to run it. We're trying to ice this game. There's nothing you can do to stop us.
Oh, that was a pretty rough showing there by this team. Just couldn't find a way to get things going and come up with the win.
Just got outplayed, Reese. There were moments in this game. There were plays